Hi everybody. Today's topic is titled Dealing with Thorns. I'm going to start by reading one of the stories that involved the Israelites, and this was after the Israelites were set free from Egypt and they were in the wilderness. It's going to be from Numbers chapter 21, and I'm going to read verses 4 to 9. It says, they traveled from Mount Hor along the route to the Red Sea to go around Edom. But the people grew impatient on the way. They spoke against God and against Moses and said, "Why have you brought us up out of Egypt to die in this desert? There is no bread, there is no water, and we detest this miserable food." Then the Lord sent venomous snakes among them. They bit the people, and many Israelites died. The people came to Moses and said, "We sinned when we spoke against the Lord and against you. Pray that the Lord will take the snakes away from us." So Moses prayed for the people. The Lord said to Moses, "Make a snake and put it on a pole. Anyone who is bitten can look at it and live." So Moses made a bronze snake and put it up on a pole. Then, when anyone was bitten by a snake and looked at the bronze snake, he lived. The Israelites were not only complaining, but they were also blaming God for their unhappiness. They were ungrateful for what they what they had, because in verse 5 it talks about them complaining about the food. So they weren't even starving, they were just complaining about what they had. The consequence of their complaining was the venomous snakes. Because they acknowledged that they sinned, God provided relief. But I do want to point out that He did not provide the relief that they asked for, because they did ask for Him to take away the snakes. God wanted them to actually make a choice to change their focus from the live snake that bit them to the still statue that remained constant. The statue to me represents what God should be to us. Someone that we can make a choice to look to and focus on instead of our own problems. When we go to church, we are making a choice to focus on God, to learn more about Him and His Son, Jesus Christ, so that we can learn not to focus on our problems so much. God doesn't always take our problems away, but He does help us to deal with them effectively. My encouraging scripture is going to come from 2 Corinthians chapter 12, and I will be reading verses 7 to 10. It says, "To keep me from becoming conceited because of these surpassingly great revelations, there was given me a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan, to torment me. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me. But He said to me, 'My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness.' Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong."